Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin Up. I made this beautiful card with products from Stampin Up. I sell these products and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I have the free detailed directions for this project on my website. Click the links for the products to be taken to my online store, and you'll see where to find all of that at the end of this video. So don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. Before I show you this card, I wanted to show you the mini catalog. It went live on Tuesday, and I think that this is really one of the best catalogs ever. I can finally show you the inside of this catalog. This has some of the most wonderful suites in it, and I think this is one of my favorite. I showed you a project similar to this one last week. This has the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines, and I am thrilled to tell you that this one is now available for you. Let me show it to you. It's little, and it fits on my desk very nicely. It folds out like the bigger one. It comes with all of the plates that you'll need to do die cutting and embossing with the smaller embossing folders, but a lot of our regular dies fit in this machine. And it's also time for celebration. There's actually going to be 2 celebrations this year. This one is for January through February, so you can get these products free with a qualifying order. If you join during celebration, it's a wonderful deal. You can select $125 of any products that you want to buy and only pay $99, free shipping, and then you get this free set of designer series paper. There's actually an error in here. It says that there's 6 packs of designer series paper. There's actually only 5. These designer series papers will be in the 21-22 annual catalog, so you're getting kind of a head start on these designer series paper. That 6th pack is from the in colors that will be available in that new catalog. They want to keep that a surprise for us when the 21-22 catalog comes live. But this is a great deal, and so if you are interested in joining, please let me know or click the link on my website. So let me tell you a little bit more about the card that we're going to make today. This is actually a card that is cased. CASE stands for Copy and Share Everything. We had an online event with Stampin' Up! For demonstrators, and this is the card we had for our make and takes. I just love it. And so I made this card changing up just a little bit. And on my alternate card, I made these squares just a little bit smaller. So these are 1 3/4 instead of 2 inches. I used white again. Speaking of white, the company that made our Whisper White paper suddenly went out of business. Stampin' Up! Scrambled to find a new cardstock that is equal quality. It's just a little bit different in color. It's going to be called Basic White. It is now available. I'll put a link on my website for the Basic White cardstock and other supplies, and also for that mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for you. I made some cards like that, and I love them. But I wanted to try this with these cards and envelopes. These come with the cards and the decorated envelopes. You get 20 in a pack. They coordinate with this set. And so this is the one I'm going to show you today. I had to switch it up in a couple of different ways. First of all, this is a vertical card, so I had to adjust it a little bit because of the vertical. This is a larger card, which gave me a little bit of room to wiggle around. It does use these cards, which already come printed with the background. They come already scored, and I just love these envelopes. Aren't they beautiful? This uses Dragonfly Garden, and this has a punch that coordinates with it. You can buy these as a bundle and get them both, save yourself 10%. I'm using Mossy Meadow ink pad. I have a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. You can use any of the Designer Series paper, but there's all these different Designer Series papers. There's 12 double-sided designs. I chose one with the Blackberry Bliss, Mossy Meadow, and then the Bumblebee. I'm using another piece of Bumblebee and a piece of Whisper White for my greeting. And I have pre-cut some of that Designer Series paper. If you notice, there's a dragonfly that fits the punch and also a larger one that fits in the punch. They didn't quite line up for the punch, so I cut them out separately. And I have some of this wonderful, wonderful Mossy Meadow braided linen trim. And I will show you a trick on how to get perfect bows with this with my friend's bow maker. You can order this bow maker from Gidget. Just send her $12 with PayPal. I'll have a link for that on my website as well. I'm going to stamp the tall image on here. And I'm going to stamp the greeting, "May good things grow all year long." And I'm going to stamp that on a piece of the white cardstock. I'm going to put the greeting on some of the DSP just to kind of highlight it a little bit. Now let me show you a trick with this bow maker. You're going to want to snip off about 2 or 3 inches, probably maybe, I don't know, 2.5. You're going to need enough cord to go across the front, and then wrap this around the posts. I've got them right next to each other. The piece that goes on the top is going to go around the bottom and through. Normally we'd tie a knot right away. I'm going to use my third hand just to make this part easier so I don't have to hold on to that. And I'm going to put this piece in here and then tie my knot. And just tie this tight. Slide that off. Do a little fussing with that. So we're going to put adhesive on the back, on the edges of the cardstock. And just put the bow where we want it, about there. Wrap those around. Plus I can use the bow maker to get a perfect bow. You can fuss with this a little bit and see if you can get it to go where you want it. And then we're going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back. And we're going to put this about there. Now I just need to arrange these squares. And I'm putting the Mossy Meadow on the bottom. And I'm going up a little bit from there and in a little bit, so about there. Then the Blackberry Bliss piece will go kind of the same sort of place at the top. And then I am going to use dimensionals for this piece. And when I use dimensionals on Designer Series paper, it's not as thick as our cardstock, so I'm definitely using extra dimensionals for it, just to make sure it doesn't get squished in the mail. This piece is going to go in a little bit. And we'll put dimensionals on my greeting. Now this does have Designer Series paper and cardstock. So I don't need that one in the middle. So we'll put that down here. Then we'll punch out our dragonflies. This piece I think is big enough for me to get the dragonfly in there, and it fits perfectly. I love when our designer series paper coordinates with punches and ties. Of course you could stamp this if you'd like. I do have enough paper here to hold on to this, but if you don't, what you can do is make yourself a handle with any scrap of paper or cardstock. You just need a little bit of adhesive, and then you can use that to hold on to your paper. And we'll pop these up, and we'll put this dragonfly here. And the little one, I'm going to use the mini dimensionals. And we'll put that one over here. Pretty quick and easy card. Again, this is called Casing. Copy and share everything. This is Stampin' Up Designers. This is my little alteration, and then this is my second iteration of the changes. One more thing about the catalogs. If you have not received your catalog from me and you would like to get one, let me know. Just email me and I'll send one out to you. Here is the web address for this project, where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. Just click the links and you'll be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up. Also on my website, you'll find a shop button. Under shop, you'll find products from Bev, shopping strategies, frequent shopper points, a link to my online store at Stampin' Up. When you click products from Bev, you'll find information about sharing my current products notebook in Evernote, and taggers. I started making taggers when all of those layering shapes came out, and it was so hard for me to figure out which one I used and how to tell somebody else which one I used. So I made taggers. Each tagger has the name of the dies, the item number, how many in the set, and each tagger has the size of that shape. I also sell my cardstock sampler, fine tip glue pen replacement tips, and large and small reclosable bags that I use for designer series paper, both the 6x6 and the 12x12. And I have a link for my friend's bow maker. Under inspiration, you can scroll my projects, look at the latest post, find out about the basics, which I've designed especially for new stampers, and techie tips. Under getting organized, you'll find links to stamp case slips, product labels, large labels, case inserts, ink refill cases, lots of coloring tools, a stamp pad storage solution for practically no money, catalog tabs, a quick reference, and a wish list with the catalog index, directions for my basic toolkit to go and my compact desktop toolbox. I have so many people looking for my Evernote current products notebook that I have a new tab just for that. You can find out how to share my searchable catalog. You can go to SIP Together, and you can find out how to join my team so that you can either save money or make money. Thank you for stopping by. Talk to you soon.